What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. Today I want to give you guys the ultimate guide to round rails. I know round rails can be really scary, so I'm going to be super detailed and I'm going to try and give you guys a lot of my journey so that it can help you with yours. Let's get straight into it. All right, so why are 50/50s on a round rail so scary? It's mainly because the round rail is like super skinny and it's hard to balance on, but once you lock in correctly, which I'll talk about later in this video, it becomes a lot more fun and less scary. When you try to frontside 50/50 or grind any type of curb or ledge, it's definitely a lot easier to lock into, and this is why. It's a lot easier to lock in with the two back wheels almost instantly. All you really have to do is ollie onto it and kind of just push your back two wheels against this ledge, you're basically good. But on a round rail, it's a lot more difficult, but because it's so skinny, it does give you a lot of opportunity to lock in different ways. You can either lock in heel side, you can lock in toe side, or you can crisscross it where the two wheels on the opposite sides of the deck are locking you in. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. But first, let's look at my journey of how I first started to skate round rails, because I definitely was not a pro at them my first go. And we'll point out some things I was doing wrong, and then we'll point out the things that I'm doing right now that I have a lot more experience with this trick. So when I first started skating round rails, my only goal was to just get on and get off. And I wasn't thinking about locking in or any type of thing that would actually help me. So as you can see in this video, my arms are all over the place, which actually means that they're hurting me, not helping me through the process of learning this trick. And believe me, messing up your balance on the round rail is the last thing you want to do. Another thing I noticed is that I'm jumping over the rail, not onto it. And it's because I'm scared to commit. And yes, again, this is only going to hurt you. It's not going to help you through the progression of learning how to do the actual trick. Final thing I wanted to bring attention to is how I'm locking in. You can tell I'm not confident in my technique at all because I'm not stable. Even when I sometimes do lock in, there's a bit of shakiness afterwards, which doesn't help me at all. Alright, so before you begin to even try to skate the round rail, I feel like it would be a lot easier to already know how to board slide the rail, because it gives you just a kind of feeling to be on a rail and commit to some type of trick as opposed to just going for like a difficult trick right away. So I would recommend you already know how to frontside board slide, backside board slide, front board to fakie, backboard to fakie, maybe like front board, backboard to shove it out. It would definitely be a lot easier to learn this trick if you knew those. All right, so I'm just gonna give you guys kind of a shortcut, and it's not gonna be easy. The first step you want to make when approaching this type of trick is to just fully commit. Just go for it. Don't necessarily go for it any old type of way. You have to lock in correctly. So commit, but lock in correctly. When you lock in, the best thing you can do is lean back. And I'm not talking about leaning back like that, but it's to lean back, kind of just sitting in the back seat chilling with your knees bent and not leaning too forward. That was the main mistake I made when I was trying to learn this trick. When you lean too forward, it definitely takes you off balance and it doesn't allow you to lock in how you want to. So after leveling out your ollies, you want to make sure that the front two wheels or the back two wheels lock you in, or do the crisscross method. And most of my weight is almost always in the back foot. I find it really helpful to have most of my weight in the back foot so I can slide off easier when it comes time for me to get off the rail. Your feet shouldn't be too close together or too wide. They should just be a little wider than your shoulders. And don't forget to lift your front truck up near the end of the grind. Having your chest more so over the back truck will also prevent you from leaning forward too much. Despite the fact that locking in is one of the most important parts of this trick, leveling out your board even before you lock in, before your trucks touch the rail, is also important. If you can't properly ollie, then it'll be a lot harder. So make sure that your ollies are really leveled out so that you can just commit to locking in and staying balanced on the rail. Even though I did give you guys some kind of pointers to build yourself up to committing to this type of trick. Learning how to build on this trick can also build confidence, because in your head you already know, if this goes wrong, I know what to do if things don't go as planned. The only reason you should bail is if you lose balance, because if you level out your ollies and lock in correctly, you should be good from there. So in the scenario that you do have to bail, jump off in the same direction you're pushing your board off the rail. This is what's supposed to happen ideally, but you might not be able to catch yourself every single time. It's gonna be the last part of this trick. I just want to give you guys a bonus tip on adapting to round rails, just in general, not specific to 50-50s, but sometimes 50-50s can be harder than a lot of other tricks. Like frontside Smith grinds, you can lock in a lot easier with frontside Smith grinds and commit a lot faster, in my opinion, than frontside 50-50s, because frontside 50-50s, it demands you to lock in with both trucks. But with frontside Smith grinds, you only have to lock into one truck, and most of your weight is already leaning back. And that's exactly how you're supposed to grind when you're on these type of round rails, because you're supposed to be leaning in the back seat. So frontside Smith grinds could also help you. You might want to learn or try to learn those first. Let me know in the comment section below whether I should make a separate video on frontside Smith grinds on round rails. Could be a lot easier for you. If not, go back to the frontside 50-50s and just go all the way on those. But yeah, all right, so that was my frontside 50-50 round rail tutorial. I know this video was super detailed, so should be able to help the majority of you guys out on this trick. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Definitely leave questions in the comment section, and I'm out.